that's the only thing I can remember that happened. That was like I thought it was it for me. So
Okay, so AIT. So AIT, how long was you guys is AIT?
I was short. It was 6 weeks.
6 weeks for a 6 to 8 Juliet?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long it is now, but it was 6 weeks back then. I think it's still the same or a little more, but it was 6 weeks.
That's pretty short.
Yeah, it was short.
Yeah, so after that short amount of time, you what was your first duty station?
My first duty station was Aberdeen Proving Grounds, Maryland, APG.
Yeah, I never heard of that. Where
Yeah,
where is that at?
best duty station ever. So it's you heard of Fort Meade, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like an hour and some change away from Fort Meade and Fort Detrick. So it's in that area, the Maryland area, like 45 minutes away from Baltimore and stuff. So yeah, it's a small post. One of those like it's not like the what people call the real army. It was like real relaxed. It was like a real relaxed environment.
Okay, and when you got there, like, did you have like a sponsor? Like, did they show you around your new unit and stuff like that?
So when I first got there, it was my first impression. It wasn't good. I didn't because my sponsor was he was a staff sergeant. He was a staff sergeant, but he was a 68 Alpha, which is medical maintenance. So we medical 68 Juliets work alongside with 68 Alphas. So he took me to places to get stuff from my barracks room and stuff like that, and you know. But as far as like showing me around the unit, or giving me heads up of what to look out for, what not to look out for, it wasn't really he wasn't really a big help in that aspect of it. It was just like seemed like to me was like a check the block thing for him.
Okay, so how did that affect you? Like, so you saying that made an impression on you? So it matters when people you can tell when people like
Yeah,
only doing things
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah, yeah, yeah. You could tell.
just because they have to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. That's how yeah, that's how it came off to me. So you can tell like when somebody's just doing you just doing this because you have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to really do this. Or show me the ropes or show me this or show me that. So I caught on to that real quick from him. So that was my first because he ended up being my first line supervisor. So that was my first time witnessing like leadership like that, like toxic leadership, what they call it. So yeah,
Okay, so you talking about leadership. So uh what qualities do you think a leader should have?
what quality? Well, my main what I always harp on, what I always tell people now, like the most important thing to me is being cultural awareness. Because when I came in, the leadership I had got when I first got in, it was all about you're in the army. You're in the army. Act like it. And never trying to get to know me. As a person, as a soldier, and mold me into the best version of myself. So I just feel like leaders need to be culturally aware of where these people, because soldiers we come from all different walks of life. So it's not an easy transition to come into the military. So I encourage leaders to just be aware of where soldiers come from and try to get to know them and mold them to the best version of themselves instead of because I was told because other soldiers there I was always told, you see that soldier right there, see how high speed he or she is, you need to be like that. You need to be like when I first got in I was being told to be like
Other
other
people.
people instead of them molding me into being the best version of myself, which I get now, that which I am now, of course. So just being culturally aware, getting to know your soldiers, getting to know, who they are and where they come from. That's what I say.
Okay, so he just explained to you guys what he thinks.